जैन आगमा ज्ञान।
नमो अर्हन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवज्जयाणं नमो लोये सपसहूणम्.
Shravakachar, Code of Conduct for Householders. Why there isn't much difference between the lifestyles of rich and poor Jains? Why a successful Jain businessman or a Jain Harvard graduate is thinking about starting a monk life? Why do or did our grandparents always lead a simple and modest life? There is one answer to all these questions. They all want to become true Jains. Then, how do we become true Jains? A true Jain, Shravaka, is who has samavata, right belief, and practices anuvratas, partial oaths. Who is Shravaka? Shravaka is the person who is living in a house and practices the partial oaths, anuvrata. The Shravak word is derived from the word Shrav, meaning to listen. Shravak listens to the preaching of the Tirthankara or the right Guru or reads the Jain canonical works. Shravak has faith in the path of liberation shown by the Tirthankaras, who avoids the non-essential activities of sins, who has the right belief, and who has suppressed Anantanubandhi, lifelong lasting kashyas. He or she feels that this material world, samsara, is a prison and wants to be freed from it. There has been a special emphasis given on the code of conduct of the Shravak or Shravakachar in the Jain Dharma, unlike any other religion. There are more than 40 Jain canonical books on Shravakachar, while Buddhism has only one. Categories of Shravaks. With the Nama, Sthapana, Dravya and Bhava categories, Nama Shravaka, one who is Jain in name only, born in Jain family. Sthapana Shravaka, the statue of a householder. Dravya Shravaka, one who carries out the rites obligatory for a Jain but without spirituality. Bhava Shravaka, a believing Jain, practices Jainism with spirituality. A threefold division of the Shravaka. Pakshika, a householder, has an inclination paksha towards ahimsa. He possesses samyakta and practices the Mula Gunas, basic restraints, and the Anuratas, and is assiduous, diligent in performing the puja. Naistika, one who pursues his path upwards through the pratimas till he reaches the 11th. At his culminating point, Nishita, he quits the household life and practices the dharma of the ascetics. Sadhaka, one who concludes his human incarnation in a final purification of the self by carrying out Samalekhna, a classification of the Shravaka based on his progress through the Pratimas. Least satisfactory, Jaganya, 1st to 6th Pratimas. Next best, Madhyama, 7th to 9th Pratimas. Best, Uttama or Uttakraksha, 10th and 11th Pratimas. Another classification of the Shravaka is as follows. First class recites Navakara mantra regularly, practices Navakara Ashi, taking food after 48 minutes after the sunrise, does not eat root vegetables and does not consume meat, alcohol, honey and cream, cheese, makhan. Middle class practices 12 anuvrata, partial oath, does not eat at night, participates in swadhyaya and has good conduct. Best class does not eat sentient food, eats only one time a day, eka sanu, practices complete celibacy, and does not take any kind of food or liquid at night. There are two agamas called Upashakha Shakho Sutra and Sri Darsha Skanda Sutra, which provide the basis for the Shravakachar. Because of the special attention given to the Shravakas and Shravikas in the Jain Dharma, there is an unmatched close relationship between sadhus and Shravas. In general, it takes longer time to achieve moksha by practicing Shravakachar than practicing Sadhu Dharma. However, there are examples in the Jain canonical books that the people who practice Shravakachar have achieved moksha in the same life, like King Bharata and Marudevi Mata. There were and are more sadhvis than sadhus, more Shravaks than sadhvijis, and more Shravikas than Shravaks. Therefore, the female participation in the Jain Dharma has always outnumbered the male participation since the time of first Tirthankara. What is Vrata? A vow. Vrata is derived from the word vru, meaning to select or to choose. Therefore, the Vrata means the type of the selection for renunciation. Vrata depends on selection of the type of conduct to be practiced, knowledge of what is the right conduct and what is the wrong conduct, and how much energy one can use for the right conduct. Therefore, Vrata is to retire from the wrong conduct like violence, non-truth, stealing, sensual pleasures, and possessiveness by body, mind, and speech, and to get engaged in the true religious activities by body, mind, and speech. We do not take Vrata to please any divine powers or anyone else. We take Vrata to continue and enhance the process of liberating ourselves, to purify ourselves, and to achieve the salvation, moksha. Types of Vrata. The complete renunciation of all worldly attachments is called Mahavrata, complete great vows, practiced by our sadhus and sadhvis, and the partial renunciation of worldly attachments is called Anuvrata, practiced by Shravaks and Shravikas.
यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव महावीर नमोऽस्तु ते.
Jaina Agama Gyan.
नमो अर्हन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवज्जयाणं नमो लोये सपसहूणम्.
Right belief. Before the right belief, the soul exists and it is eternal. It has always existed. We spent infinite Putgal Parvatan Kals, time required to be born at each place of the universe in the sequential order, skipping the births at the non-sequential place as a subtle Sukshmam Nigoda. Subtle Nigoda is a body with infinite souls residing inside. On the space of a size of the top, a needle, there are innumerable Nigoda balls. Each Nigoda ball has innumerable Nigodas, and each Nigoda has infinite souls. We were one of them. After this, we spend innumerable time cycles as one sense living beings like earth, water, fire, air, and plant. There are two types of plants, one where there is one soul for one body, and another kind where there are infinite souls for one body, called gross Nigoda. Then we spent very long time as 2 sense, 3 sense, and 4 sense living beings. After this, we were born many times as 5 sense living beings, like animals, heavenly beings, and hellish beings. We were also born as human beings many times, although much less time than as other types of living beings. In other words, we spent more time as subtle Nigoda than all other types of lives combined. Then gradually we spent more time as one sense living being, then two sense living beings, then three sense, then four sense, then five sense animals, birds, sea life, snakes, then as hellish beings, then heavenly beings, and then as human beings. We continue to be born in any order. There are many similarities or differences both in Jain Dharma and Bauddha Dharma. The Jain Dharma, the basic belief is God, universe and life. And Bauddha Dharma has the eightfold path to end suffering. All these lives we lived an ignorant life for food, near fear, in sleep, non-spiritual, in accumulating material things and for sensual pleasures. We never thought about our own self, our soul. We always thought foreign things like our body, our wealth, our family, etc. as our things, and we never realized that the soul is the only our thing. Thus we lived our lives in great misery, never put an honest effort to liberate ourselves. We always sought temporary happiness that always followed by unhappiness. Most of the times we lived our lives being miser, jealous, could not see others happy, begging for material things that we liked with a sad face in fear, by committing deceitful acts as stupid, and by insisting on the wrong belief. To make progress in the nature of our soul, after all these times of misery and unhappiness, the jiva, worldly soul, knowingly as well as unknowingly reduces his delusion, wrong belief, passion and hate. Now the jiva starts gathering the soul's power to reduce the ongoing unhappiness and misery. The fight between the wrong belief and the soul's power starts. Sometimes the jiva wins, other times either the jiva loses or does not make any progress. This battle goes on and on and on. As the jiva progresses, he likes to help, donate, and he does not like to commit intensive sinful acts. Now he does not have intensive affection to the worldly affairs. He does not like dishonesty. He wants to have good and right conduct. He enters the last Pudgal Parvartan Kal of his worldly life, and he is sure to achieve moksha in one Pudgal Parvartan Kal. Now he does not commit Ananta Anubandhi, lifelong lasting Kakshyas, no more than 2 times. He develops 3 qualities: compassion for unhappy living beings, non-aversion over the good qualities of others, and practice of better conduct. He develops the balance between his non-spiritual material and his spiritual needs. He likes to live a life of proper conduct. He enjoys the company of spiritual people. He begins the practice of the following 35 rules that prevents him from falling spiritually lower and helps him to rise higher. These rules are the ideas, convictions, and conduct of those who practice them. These rules are not command. The Tirthankaras do not issue any command. The practice of these rules has an internal and an external aspect. The inward state ought to correspond with the external visible context. These rules are the first step which a person desiring to make spiritual progress should adopt. Absence of the sinful work, no gambling, alcohol, meat, prostitution, hunting, stealing and extramarital affairs, renunciation of root vegetables, non-eatables and sinful work. Religious listening, likes to listen to the preaching of non-possessiveness and non-aversion, no stubbornness, has balance between his religious and non-religious activities. He does not eat until previous meal is digested. He eats at proper time. He avoids sensual activities, anger, ego, deceit, greed, and material happiness. He avoids the pleasure of his senses, touch, taste, smell, vision, and listening. He obeys to local, state, and federal laws. He quits the area where he cannot practice his religion. He respects his parents, teachers, elderly, and religious gurus. He does not forget obligations of others. He shows respect to the right knowledge and right knowledgeable people. He takes care of his dependents. He helps good people and Jain monks in their spiritual activities. He marries in the religiously correct family. He lives in the areas where him and his family members can practice their religion and in a prosperous place. He lives in a safe and good neighborhood where there is a religious place nearby and the environment is suited to his beliefs. He saves money for future and donates some for the religious purpose. He lives and dresses according to the time and place. His earnings are legally earned. He has long-term thinking. He helps the people in need. He has 8 characteristics of intelligence, has desire to listen, likes to listen, observes what he listens, remembers what he listens, thinks about what he listens, forgets about inappropriate things that he listens, derives appropriate and real knowledge from what he listens. He understands the difference between what is right and what is wrong. He acts according to his abilities. He is popular. He understands the sufferings of others. He is ashamed to commit a sinful act. He is welcomed by others. He does not have status quo problems. He is courteous, disciplined, and well behaved. He does not disclose faults and shortcomings of others. He is in good company that enhances his beliefs. He does not perform the work that is wrong and could be subjected to criticism. He acknowledges the qualities of others. He gives the credit where it belongs and takes the advice when necessary. Before we discuss about the right belief, let's understand the false belief. Mithyatva, false belief or delusion. Mithya is wrong. Tva, sense. Mitvatva, wrongness. It means wrong attitude, wrong taste, ignoble activity, such as not having a taste for and faith in the tattvas, basic elements of Jain Dharma, as mentioned by the omniscient ones. This is Mithyatva. Mithyatva also means not having interest and faith in the path of moksha expounded by Tirthankara, but having interest and faith in the so-called path of moksha expounded by ignorant and unenlightened people. In other words, instead of having faith in true God, true spiritual head and true dharma, having faith in false God, false spiritual head and false dharma is mittatva. So, follow the key beliefs of Jaina Dharma: ahimsa, karma, reincarnation, proper contact.
यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव महावीर नमोस्तुते.
Jaina Agama Gyan.
नमो अर्हन्ताणं, नमो सिद्धाणं, नमो आयर्याणं, नमो उवज्जयाणं, नमो लोये सपसहूणम्.
What Shravak must follow? 10 Vinay, humility or respects. Respect to 10 great ones: Aryanta, Siddha, Sadhu, religious place, items of Jain knowledge, Vitraga, preaching and tradition, Acharya, Upadhyaya, fourfold Sangha and right perception. 3. Shuddhatra, purities, purity of mind, speech, body, purity of opinion about Jinnah's preaching and Jain Sangha. 5. Dushana, perverted characteristics, avoidance of doubt in the path shown by the Tirthankaras, wrong expectations, doubt about the fruits of practicing the religion, praising people with wrong beliefs and having company of the people with wrong beliefs. 8. Prabhavana, good works, experts, jnani in Jaini Dharma, reciters of religious stories, debaters to prove truthfulness of Jain Dharma, use of astrology to enhance the Jain Dharma, those who practice religious asceticism, those who are learned and uses the knowledge for the benefits of Jain Dharma, those who use special gifts, labdhi, to prove the validity of the Jain Dharma, and those who write poetry, literature about Jain Dharma. 5. Bhushanas, ornaments and good characteristics. Firm belief in Jain Dharma, cannot be disturbed, does work to promote Jain Dharma, gives donation, performs austerities, absorbed in the practice of Jain Dharma to achieve liberation, spiritual affection to the Jinnah and his preaching, and provides services to sadhu, sadhvis, shravaks and shravikas, and for temple, canonical books and sangha. 5 lakshanas, qualities, tranquility, kshama, upakshama, suppressing of the kakshyas, passions, anger, ego, deceit and greed, spiritual craving, samavega, desire for moksha, disgust, nirveda, towards the worldly attachment and its miseries, compassion, anukampa, desire to eliminate suffering of those in misery without any partiality, and faith, astika, faith in right God, right Guru and right Dharma. The 5 Lakshana qualities, that is tranquility, spiritual cravings, disgust, compassion and faith. 6. Jayana, carefulness, auspicious salutations to right spiritual people, pays respect to right spiritual people, often talks about Jain Dharma, attempts to know more about Jain Dharma, gives a donation for right purpose and to right people, provides religious service. 6. Aga, relaxations, to relax in the practice of Jain Dharma when forced by government ruler, Jain community, natural causes like drought, parents and teachers, by heavenly being, undue forces like rape, etc. 6 bhavanas, contemplation. Right belief is the root of the religion, the door to the salvation, moksha, the basis of the religion, the support for realizing the right qualities of the souls, the food for the interest in taste of the religion, the protection for practicing the right contact. 6 thanakas, basis. Soul exists, soul is eternal, soul is the doer of its karma, soul is the sufferer, enjoyer of its karma. There is liberation, moksha, there is the process of achieving the moksha. The additional qualities. Devotion, bhakti, devotion to Jinnah and right Guru, remorse, ninda, remorse felt by a devotee he has committed some act inspired by passion, hate or delusion for the sake of his wife or son or brother or friend. Repentance, graha, repentance expressed in the form of alochana made in the presence of right Guru for a fault committed under the influence of passion, hate and delusion. Loving kindness, vatsalya, kindness to all living beings, freedom from fear, strong determination to follow the path of righteousness without any fear. There are 7 types of fear: bhavya, fear of this world, ihaloka, fear of the next world, paraloka, fear of sickness, vyadhi, fear of death, marana, fear of being without protection, agupti, fear of being without defense, atrana, fear of something unexpected, akasmika. It is also interpreted as freedom from doubt about the truth proclaimed by the Jinnah. There is no longer any confusion as regard to what is right. Unswearing orthodoxy, amudha drashti, refusal to approve in thought, word, or deed, the path of wrong belief. In other words, it is the rejection of mithyatva. Edification, the removal of any reproach levelled at any Jain by ignorant people unable to follow the vows. It is the development of one's religious faith by cultivating forbearance, kshama, and the other 9 elements of dharma. Frequentation of the tirthas. The term tirtha is to be explained either in a material sense as the place of birth, consecration, enlightenment, and nirvana of the Jinnas, or in a transferred sense as the fold Jain community. Avoidance of mudha drashti, a misconception relating to the divinity, to the teacher, and to the worldly life. Devata, mudhata, defined as a misconception of the nature of the divinity, to worship devas stained with passion and hate in order to obtain a boon. It can also be characterized the kudevas who are addicted to women, weapons, and rosaries, and accustomed to inflict punishment or grant boons. All these attributes are inappropriate to the Jinnah, who is devoid of passion, hate, and delusion. The deities that take pleasure in dancing, music, and theatrical performance cannot offer their votaries any lasting good. Vasandi Mudhata defined this as the praise of false ascetics who are engaged in worldly occupations, who have not divested themselves of passions, and who are guilty of himself. False gurus are those who lust after women, gold, lands, and houses, who do not refrain from the consumption of meat, honey, alcohol, and ananta kayas, who do not keep oaths of chastity, but are attached to wives and children, and who preach false doctrines. Loka mudhata, defined as worldly foolishness, such as bathing in rivers or in the ocean, the making of heaps of stones or sand, the throwing oneself from a precipice and the entering into fire. Equally senseless are such customs as the adoration of trees, stones, gems, and other material objects. Absence of 8 types of ego, mada, one's knowledge, jnana, one's worship, puja, family, kula, caste, jati, one's strength, bala, one's wealth, riddhi, one's ascetic practices, tapas, and one's beauty, vapus. Closely associated with samektva is the category of the 3 shalayas and are the harmful stimuli or stings which distract the person who has attained to the right belief. Deceit, maya, hankering or worldly pleasures and fame. Ninda, false belief, mithyatva. After having developed the right belief, the Shravaka is ready to take some of all the partial oaths. The intensive rules of the spiritual practice is called pratima. The partial oaths are included in these pratimas. The pratimas are for the Shravaka who wants to undertake intensive spiritual practice and eventually want to become a monk. So the Jain basic tenets are: there is no creator, sustainer, or the destroyer of the universe. There is no superpower. There is no beginning or an end of the universe. Universe runs on autopilot on 5 things: time, inherent nature, destiny, karma, and self-effort. There is a life after death and it is dependent upon your karma. Every action of mind, speech, or body results in bondage of karma to the soul.
यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव महावीर नमोऽस्तु ते।
जैन आगमा ज्ञान।
नमो अर्हन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवज्जयाणं नमो लोये सपसहूणम्।
Shravak Pratimas. There are 11 Pratimas leading to the next step. 5 Pratimas is supposed to be practiced for 1 month, second for 2 months and onwards. Thus it takes a total of 66 months to practice all 11 Pratimas. Darshana Pratima. First Pratima is Darshana Pratima, is for having right views and right insight. It is consisted of 2 segments, devotional and renunciatory. The devotional segment involves acceptance of the Tirthankaras as the highest, Jain canon books as only valid books, Jain sadhus and sadhvis as our proper teachers. The renunciatory part is consisted of Moola Gunas, basic restraints as follows. No meat, non-violence is the reason. No alcohol, non-violence is the main reason. Fermentation process involves killing of numerous one-celled lives. No honey, non-violence is the reason, because honey attracts numerous nigodas and 4 to 8, 5 types of pigs. Non-violence is the reason because seed-filled and sweet fruits are the place where nigodas reside in high number. Vrata Pratima. Vrata Pratima is consisted of 12 partial oaths, Anuvrata, Gunavrata, that is 5 Anuvratas, 3 Gunavratas and 4 Shikshavratas. Anuvrata are basic oaths, Gunavrata are the supplementary oaths and 4 Shikshavratas are spiritual oaths. Atichar means the errors of commission and omission, those committed by mistake, those committed knowingly and breaches of non-observance. Even if there is a partial breach of a oath, it is called Atichar violation. Atichar or violations for each vrata have been mentioned. For the completeness of the performance of austerities, the Atichara should be carefully avoided. Anurata means following of oaths at a lesser degree compared to the oaths observed by sadhus and sadhvis. Gunavrata safeguards Anuvratas by increasing its efficacy and quality. Some Shikshavrata provide a higher experience of the life of a sadhu and also help us to be better prepared for Anuvratas. Shravak Pratimas. 1. Anuvrata. Ahimsa. Sthula Prantipata Viramat Vrata. Ahimsa holds the key position in the whole scheme of the ethical discipline of the householder and the monk. Giving protection to living beings is the true religion. The true religion is based on compassion. Compassion is the root of the tree in the form of religion. Abstaining from intentionally injuring mobile living beings through mind, words or body in any of the 2 ways, directly or through somebody, 6 ways, is called Sthula Pranitipat Viramantavrata or Ahimsanu Vrata. Householders cannot stop himsa of immobile living beings, therefore they are excluded. One who inflicts injury to living beings with passion or carelessness, mada, is guilty of himsa. Himsa is also marked in 2 forms. Sushma himsa, taking life of any living being, and Sthula himsa, taking life of living beings with 2 senses and onwards, which are also known as Trasa, mobile jivas. The first is obligatory for the monk and the second is for the householder. The householder is also expected to abstain from killing or injuring living beings even with one sense, ekendriya, where possible. There are two types of himsa: inherent in one's occupation and unrelated to one's occupation. The himsa related to one's profession is further divided into three categories: Udyami, Grahambhi, and Virodhi. Udyami himsa. The householder who has to maintain himself and his family has a necessity to involve in some occupation, and his occupation may involve himsa. Therefore, occupations that involve less form of himsa are advised to be practiced. Grahambhi himsa. This is some kind of himsa involved while carrying out the manifold domestic duties and other obligations. Preparation of food, use of water in bathing and washing clothes, keeping of cattle, maintenance of gardens, cutting fruits and flowers, digging of wells, construction of houses are some of such instances, and whatever himsa is involved in such household obligations is permissible. Otherwise, normal course of life becomes impossible. Virodhi himsa. It is committed generally in self-defense or in the protection of persons or property of members of the family, relatives or friends. In the ordinary course of life, one has to defend oneself from thieves, robbers or enemies in battle. If one is a soldier, defense of his country is an obliged duty, but he is not expected to indulge in unnecessary himsa as a matter of hostility or revenge. There are two types of himsa: bhava himsa, intention to cause injury, and dravya himsa, actual injury caused. Intention to commit or attempt to commit is a form of himsa, whether it is actually carried out or not. First, avoid alcohol, meat and honey, and 5 milky fruits like figs. He should also avoid the various abhyakshas, not eatables, and anantakyas, root vegetables. He should abstain from taking food at night and drinking unfiltered water. Severance of the vitalities of living beings through pramada, carelessness or ignorance, is called himsa. Where there is a pramada, himsa is committed. Therefore, himsa depends on the doer's intention. No pramada means no himsa. One should cultivate the attitude of friendship towards all living beings. He should be happy with those who are more virtuous. He should have compassion for the suffering ones, and he should be indifferent to those with wanton behavior. Anekantavada, the principle of non-absolutism or the non-absolutist way of thinking or approach, is closely related to ahimsa. Anekavada is a form of a principle of ahimsa. It is a ahimsa of thought. Ahimsa forms the basis of the Jain way of living and thinking. Ahimsa holds a pivotal passion in respect of human conduct, and Anekantavada does so in respect of human thought. Absolute ahimsa means never to go out of our own self, our soul. Ahimsa. Atichar, violations. Binding any creature and putting it in a prison house or a pond, beating and chasing of animals, cutting their organs or castrating them, making them draw or carry heavy loads, starving them without food and water.
यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव महावीर नमोस्तुते।
जैन आगमा ज्ञान।
नमो अर्हन्ताणं, नमो सिद्धाणं, नमो आयर्याणं, नमो उवज्जयाणं, नमो लोये सपसहूणम्।
Shravak Pratimas 2, Gunavrata. First two Gunavratas establishes appropriate limits of the mind, and the third one controls immoderate activities. Digvrata, voluntarily limiting activities in limited area. The Shravak takes a vow not to travel beyond determined limits of the 10 directions. The 10 directions are east, west, north, south, northeast, southeast, southwest, northwest, up and down. By fixing the limits on all the 10 directions, one's greed, which is at the root of parigraha, is curtailed. The householder is like a heated iron ball. Wherever he goes, he brings in himsa. If the area of his movements is fixed, he would be restrained from committing himsa beyond that area. Thus, the primary objective of this vow is to help the householder curtail his activities from all sides, so that his internal passions, particularly lobha, greed, could be consumerably curbed. Atichar, violations. Not limiting the extent to which one can move upwards, not limiting the extent to which one can move downwards into an underground vault or into the deeper levels of the sea, traveling in any of the 8 directions beyond the fixed limit, extending the already set limits, crossing the fixed limits in ignorance, forgetting the limits. Upabhoga, paribhoga, vrata. Bhoga, things used once or used internally, such as food, flower, garlands, betel, cooling paste, unguents, incense, or such acts as bathing. Upabhoga, things that can be used repeatedly or used externally, such as houses, furniture, clothes, jewelry, vehicles. If a modern term may be allowed to intrude, here some items of the secondary category might roughly be classed as consumer durable. This vow enjoins the householder to put limitations to the use of objects of senses categorized as those for bhoga and upabhoga, with a view to containing his sense of attachment to them and thus increase his capacity for self-restraint and willpower. Putting limitations even within the already accepted limits on the use of objects of sense for the day or according to one's requirements and with a view to reducing the sense of attachment to them is the bhoga, upabhoga, parimana vrata. Renunciation of bhogas and upabhogas is of two kinds, niyama and yama. That which has a time limit is niyama, and the other which is undertaken for life is yama. Limitation of time could be for an hour, a day, a night, a fortnight, a month, a season, or half a year, and renunciation could be from food, conveyances, beds, bathing, clothes, ornaments, cohabitation, or music, honey, flesh, wine, green, ginger, roots, butter, buds, and flowers. Should not be consumed to avoid injury to living beings and to escape from pramada. It is not enough if one gives up what is undesirable. He should also give up even what is desirable, for a vrata implies this twofold objective. Considering his own strength, the wise should renounce even those objects of senses which are not prohibited, and in respect of those which he cannot renounce, he should limit their usage by day or night. Again, having regard to one's capacity at the time, a further limit to the already set limits should be put every day. He who, being thus contented with limited objects of senses, renounces a majority of them, observes ahimsa because of his abstaining from considerable part of himsa. Other restrictions include the anantakayas, root vegetables, abhakyas, non-eatables, and ratri bhojana, eating at night. Prohibited are the consuming sentient things, because consuming what is connected with sentient things, consuming uncooked vegetable products, consuming partly cooked vegetable products, consuming empty vegetables products has more to throw away than eat, consuming what is mixed with sentient things, consuming what has been conserved by fermentation. To be avoided are the undesirable vehicles, riding animals, ornaments, and similar luxuries, or their use should be restricted as far as possible for a limited period of time. Great importance has always been attached by Jain writers to the avoidance of taking food by night, Ratri Bhojana. The topic of Ratri Bhojana is treated either under the Ahimsanuvrata or, since it is also counted as the Abhyaksha, non-eatables, under the Parimanavrata. Abstinence from the Ratri Bhojana is the abandonment of the fourfold ailments: solid food, mukhavas, mouth fresheners, tasty food and liquid, by night out of compassion for living beings. There exist many tiny insects barely discernible by day, which are completely invisible by night even when a lamp is lit, and that raga is always more intense in eating by night than in eating by day. At night almost anything, moths, snakes, mice, bits of bones, skin and hairs may fall into a bowl of food, and the person who is eating will not be able to see them. Where food has to be cooked and the platters washed up, there is even greater himsa by night. The digestive system is less active in the absence of sunlight. Abhakshas. 4 banned vikritis: alcohol, meat, honey and cream cheese. 5 udambaras: milky fruits like figs. Water or other liquid in leather containers. Honey used as a collyrium. Asafoetida: hing in contact with leather. Any flowers such as those of mahua or marking nut. Food eaten at night: rice, gruel that has fermented, ananthakayas, pickles, pods such as rajamasa and aubergines, betel nuts, unsplit, unknown fruits, curds kept for more than 2 days, tainted food. There is also an indication on eating mangoes, ghee and number of other fruitstuffs in the last muhurta of the day. Empty fruits, unfiltered water, snow and ice, poison and earth are also to be added as abhaksha. Voluntary fast unto death. Ananthakayas are the plants which are inhabited not like the majority of the vegetable kingdom by individual jivas, but by an infinite number of living organisms. Potatoes, onions, carrot, garlic, ginger, tuber and other roots, vegetables are included. Jain concept is based on a thorough insight into plant physiology and morphology, as is shown by the recognition of the role of roots and stems is for future generation. Atichar violations: eating living objects, green vegetables, taking anything connected with things possessing life, using green leaf as a plate, taking a mixture of living and non-living things, hot water with fresh water, taking active food, taking badly cooked food. Anartha Danavrata. The O is for renouncing those propensities that prompt or unnecessary and meaningless actions and activities, prohibits 5 minor types of evil activity: contemplating harm to others, purposeless mischief, gambling, cutting trees, felicitations of destruction, poisons, weapons, giving harmful advice and purposeless listening, reading, watching adult books, entertainment shows, music, movies, also praising beauty or clothing of women, not speaking with someone, cursing someone, being jealous, and harsh speaking are prohibited. It also means those actions to be renounced that are not profitable and are harmful to others, those actions that are undesirable. Atichar, violation, reading inappropriate literature and seeing inappropriate sights that disturb the mind, making such bodily actions and gestures as laughing, provoking laughter, and mono-acting, engaging in meaningless talks, gossiping, and making unnecessary ado, manufacturing and keeping weapons and devices to cause violence, hoarding things relating to worldly and sensual enjoyment. I am proud of science, limitations, laboratory based iceberg. Science knowledge is still evolving. So, such is the understanding and Shravaka life.
यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव महावीर नमोऽस्तु ते।